Okay, so this is Rob from A1 Used Landscaping Equipment again, 631-747-5925. I had to start the video over from our other location in Hurleyville. This is where we keep most of our stuff, trailers, trucks, equipment that it takes to drive across the country to get these machines. First we had our mowers out. We have a few more mowers in stock, but in the first part of the video you were able to see most of those. So now we're going to get to the other side of things and talk about some lawn refurbishment equipment. It's July 7th. A month from now, you should be really thinking about starting your lawn refurbishment projects for your customers. And in most cases, that means aerating. And if you're not doing that, you're leaving money on the table. If you're smart enough to save a little bit when you're out there working, cutting all these lawns with all the rain we've had, then you'll be ready to go. Smart guys get ahead of the game and get the stuff before things get real busy. So we'll get right down to it. We just got back from South Carolina. 14 hours each way, by the way, so keep that in mind. 14 hours each way to get Ryan aerators. A lot of people were asking for Ryan aerators this spring, so we got just a few. We have 4 or 5 of the Ryan Lawn Air 4 aerators in stock. All Honda powered, work great. They're real nice shape, start right up, no problems at all with them. They'll go quick. The price on them is listed. You can see what the price is. We won't be negotiating on those. We drove a lot farther than you will. We have one that came with that of a Ryan Lawn Air 5, which is the wider version. I believe that has 7 tines across the back. So if you got larger property, you have just one of those available. Also have a couple left of my personal favorite, which is the Billy Goat aerators. They're not as wide a swath as the Ryans, but run on 4 wheels. They're just really comfortable to use. I like them. Also, again, Honda powered. If you have wider properties to do, this will be the same as a Bluebird. This is a Husqvarna branded one, but it's the same as a Bluebird. I believe a 742. 7 rows of tines, Honda powered. I think I have 2 of those left. And they, even though they're that big, they steer pretty easy because the outboard tines will freewheel, which makes it a lot easier to do. Again, do have a few aerators in stock if you need something. 631-747-5925. Happy to bring one right to you. If you need power rakes, got a few different models available. Bluebird and Billy Goat. As you can see, they're in really nice shape. Honda powered. They work great. I have a couple of the Bluebird left and a couple of Billy Goats left. If you need an overseeder after you're done with your aerating to get some seed in the ground and get yourself really popping, have a few left of the Billy Goat overseeders with the seed box on the front here, as you can see. Honda powered, they work great. You want to get a great germination rate, they're the way to go. Then moving on from there, if you're doing some refurbishment products or landscaping, hardscaping, landscaping projects, maybe someone has a bunch of sod, they want to put in some flower beds and start over, do some planting, get you into some bigger projects. I have one available of a Claassen SC18 sod cutter, Honda powered. Works great. I believe it's an 8 horsepower Honda engine. Blade that's just about brand new. You look at the drive wheels. That's real important for these things. You look underneath the machine you're looking at, make sure those are in good shape. If they're not, you're going to have a tough time using it. Works perfectly. Also, this one happens to have the swivel wheel on the back, which just makes it a lot easier to handle when you're doing maybe a complex shape on carving a flower bed or something like that. So again, nice shape, works great. Just have one of those available. I'm sorry they're so expensive. They used to be a lot cheaper, and they're just not anymore, and they're really hard to get. So once you get the sod up, maybe you want to put an edge on it. One brown bed edger available. These are they're a beast to use. The steering on the back, so it has rear steer as well as adjustable height in the front. Again, I think that's also an 8 horsepower. Yep, 8 horsepower Honda. The bit's in real nice shape. I can try to show you that real quick if I can, but that's the blade in nice shape. None of the teeth are busted off or anything like that. So now that you got your sod peeled up, you got a nice edge on it, but the ground's hard as a rock. So what do? We have a small Honda rototiller. I don't have it here, but that's a front tine. That'll give you a workout. Or you can get a beast like this. This is a Barretto. I believe it's a 918, possibly the model. 9 horsepower Honda on it. These are hydraulically driven tines. The tines are reversible. You can't really stop one of these. If you're looking for the best rototiller out there in this style, this is it. They're amazing machines. We've sold a bunch of them, and they're really terrific. So that's it. They're not cheap. I think they're a little over $7,000 new. You get them a lot cheaper from us. So as the season wears on, Maybe you need a ground blower. I got 1 or 2 ground blowers left. This one happens to be a little wonder ground blower. 9-horse Honda on it, runs great. I think we may have one Freyden also in stock. I'd have to look, but I believe we might have one of those left. Even got a couple of little edgers around. You don't see too many of these around anymore. Power trim edgers are super expensive, but they work really well. It's an older model, but it runs great and works great. Got a cool little blade on it. Even a couple of Red Max weed whackers left. I forget the model number on these. I can get it for you if you really want to know, but I know they're $400 new at the store. We sell them for $150 a pop. If that's not cheap enough for you, don't bother. Again, anything you need that we can help with, we're happy to do so. We are tentatively scheduled to go to Long Island with machines on July 16th. This is what it's looking like. It may change. You'll have to see how things go. If you are along the way, maybe you're in Connecticut, we can meet you along 684, or Westchester for that matter, along 684. If you're in northern New Jersey, you might be able to meet near Ramsey or something like that, something north of the George Washington Bridge. One more time, 631-747-5925. Thanks so much for watching.